Hello and welcome to our special broadcast, Champions de Paris. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest news and updates from Paris Olympics. Our primary focus will be Lakshya Sen, who is playing his bronze medal match. The match is underway. He has already won the first game. India creates history in table tennis also, and in mixed shooting also. In skeet event, India will play China in the bronze medal match. Indeed, India correspondent Narayan Singh will also be joining us from Paris. Let's get it started. All right, we'll start with table tennis. The Indian women's table tennis team scripted history with its first ever entry into the last 8 of the games on Monday. India beat Romania 3-2 in the round of 16 contest. India won the first 2 games before losing the next 2. Manika Batra then won the deciding match. Indian women's team will face USA or Germany in the quarterfinal match on Tuesday. And in shooting, Maheshwari Chauhan and Anandjeet Singh Naruka finished 4th to qualify for the mixed team skeet finals at the Paris Olympics on Monday. They will take on China in the bronze medal match. In the qualifying stage of the mixed team competition, the combination of Chauhan and Naruka shot a total of 146 points spread across 3 series of 49, 48 and 49. Maheshwari shot 24, 25 and 25 in a 3 series of shots on the day. Naruka, meanwhile, posted 25, 23 and 24. With a score of 146 points, the Indian pairing finished 4th out of the 15 teams. The top 2 teams, Italy and the USA, qualified for the gold medal match, and India, China went into the bronze medal clash. And hockey now. Tournament's organizing committee on Sunday suspended India's hockey player Amit Rohidas for next match against Germany at the Paris Olympics 2024. The ban was on the back of Amit Rohidas receiving a red card in the Indian hockey team's quarterfinals match against Great Britain on Sunday, due to which Team India had to play with just 10 players for 40 minutes. However, India defeated Great Britain in that match in penalty shootout. For the next match, Indian team will have only 15 players available to play semi-final against Germany instead of a full squad of 16. And Manu Bhaker, who won 2 medals in this Olympics, has been chosen to be India's flag bearer for the closing ceremony of the Paris Olympics. Indian Olympic Association President P.T. Usha said that Bhaker will represent India as the women's flag bearer during the event. India's men's flag bearer for the ceremony is yet to be confirmed. The closing ceremony of the Paris Olympics will take place on August 11. Bhaker opened India's medal tally in the ongoing Olympics after she secured 3rd place in the women's individual 10-meter air pistol event. Following that, Sarabjot Singh and Bhaker won the bronze medal match in the 10-meter air pistol mixed team event. And United States' Noah Lyles was crowned as the world's fastest man in the men's 100-meter final at Paris Olympics after he bagged a gold medal in a photo finish. Jamaica's Kishane Thompson won silver, falling short of the ultimate prize by fractions of a second in one of the closest 100-meter finals of all time at the Games. Meanwhile, USA's Fred Curley took home the bronze. Noah Lyles became the first 100-meter men's Olympic champion from the United States since Justin Gatlin won the sprint gold in 2004. And for those confused as to why Noah Lyles was awarded gold instead of Thompson, this is the photo finish. This is the picture in front of you. Thompson's foot crossed first. The clock stops when your torso crosses the line first, not the first body part. Noah leans with his chest while Thompson subtly concaves his chest. This was the difference between the 2 athletes. All right, let's go across to DD India's Narayan Singh. He's joining us live from Paris. Narayan, Noah Lyles secured a photo finish win, the closest 100-meter final contested in modern history of the Olympics, and just 5 thousandths of a second separated the American champion from Jamaica's Kishane Thompson.
Definitely, as you mentioned, one of the greatest race of the modern history, modern Olympics, the way all the 8 sprinters finish under 10. So it shows that what kind of competition is there at the Olympics, and even margins separated them in this race. If you talk about the first place between Lyles and Thompson, their time was exactly same, but it was separated by fractions of the margins that you mentioned, thousandths of 5,000ths of a second. And it was decided to the photo finish. As you mentioned, that photo finish is the very slit video technology through which it separates the small margins of the finishing line by the 2,000th part of a second, and so that a little margin of error is there. And it all depends upon that the upper part of the body, the torso, the pelvis and the chest, that decides the race rather than through the foot. If you take a look at that race, it was the Thompson's foot just ahead of that of the Lyles. So all in all, according to rules, the upper part of the body determines the race, and that's why the Lyles won this important race, and he want to be in the league of Usain Bolt, as he's mentioned that he want to win more medals for his country. But all in all, a fantastic race enjoyed by the fan. When you talk to the fans about this race, the visitors, visiting from the South America, they said that this was one of the best races in the history of the Olympic they witnessed. Just even not only the fans and spectators, even the sprinters were surprised with this result.
And that's why Kishan Thompson had to settle for silver. But talking about table tennis now, Narayan, India scripts history in table tennis, beat Romania 3-2 in the round of 16 contest. But it was a tough fight, won the first 2, lost next 2, and then Manika Batra won in the decider.
Definitely a fantastic match, defeating Romania, and we can say that the kind of performance our the paddlers are displaying, they have immense talents. Manika Batra is there. We know that earlier she created history in the singles when she entered the pre-quarterfinals and became the first women paddler to be there in the round of 16, and after that our next shuttler too made that history. So we have excellent and the tremendous athlete. They are notching milestone by milestone in every competition, but we can say that in other sports too we saw that our athletes, especially in shooting and in archery, they missed the medal by a whisker. They finished 4th, but we know that it's the steady progress of the nation. This shows that we are there to compete with the best in the world, and we are giving a stiff competition, a stiff challenge to them. So this shows that our athletes, after when you talk to them after the 4th place finish, they said that this 4th place finish, missing a medal by a whisker, this has just induced a fire in them, and that's next time definitely they will convert this small margins into medal. And same from the table tennis arena, the way Shrija Akula created history, Manika Batra created history. I think it's immense progress in the Indian table tennis too, and hoping that they will definitely in the teams event will convert it into a medal here.
But how do you see India's chances in the quarterfinals, Narayan? Looking at the opponents, they'll be very strong, and the way India had performed in the round of 16.
Abhishek, can you repeat? It's not audible right now.
Yeah, I was asking that how do you see India's chances in the quarterfinals, looking at the way they performed in the pre-quarters, round of 16?
Definitely great chances. We know that our players are dominating their opponents, and we know that they are putting the opponents in pressure. And we know that they have the class. They are looking very confident when we talk to them. They are saying that they are in totally, we can say that in different zone. They are physically fit, and they have the conditioning coaches. They have the medical experts. They have the sports science. So there is nothing. They have whatever they are asking is there. So they are mentally they are prepared. So we are hoping that definitely they are going to notch that milestone also here in this event.
And talking about shooting also, Narayan, we did well. Maheshwari Chauhan and Anandjeet Singh Naruka finished 4th to qualify for the mixed team skeet final. We can get one more medal in shooting.
Definitely, as you saw the performance by these, Naruka and the Maheshwari was fantastic there in the qualification. If we talk about Maheshwari, in the first, and it is a round of, we can say 15, 25 shoots each. Shooters get 25 or 3 rounds, and total both of them will shoot 50 rounds. And in the first and second, we saw Maheshwari, the kind of performance he delivered. She shoot 25 out of 25, and same with the Naruka. After missing the first one, after shooting the 25 shots of the 25 in the first and missing the few in the second round, it was a fantastic performance by them. And we know that in a event like skeet, where India is not a strong contender, and qualifying for the bronze medal match in itself is a big achievement. And the way they performed in the qualification, if they repeat same thing here in the main round, definitely we can say that one more medal, one more bronze medal will be India's kitty here at the Paris Games.
All right, Narayan, stay on with us. We'll come back to you. But after 8 years, the Indian Department of Post has once again released 4 commemorative postage stamps to celebrate the Summer Games in Paris. The stamps were released by Union Ministers Mansukh Mandaviya and Jyotiraditya Scindia. The commemorative stamp highlights the spirit of sportsmanship and celebrates the unity of nations as they come together for the Olympic Games in Paris. The stamp also serves as a tribute to the athletes and their dedication, perseverance and excellence in sports. And Serbia's tennis star Novak Djokovic clinched historic gold medal in tennis men's singles event at Paris Olympics 2024. Djokovic defeated Spain's Carlos Alcaraz in straight games 7-6, 7-6 in an enthralling neck-to-neck final. The 37-year-old won an Olympic gold for the first time in his career to add to his 24-time Grand Slam titles and becomes 5th player to complete career Golden Slam. Djokovic completed a Golden Slam after Steffi Graf, Andre Agassi, Serena Williams and Rafael Nadal. Djokovic also avenged his defeat to Alcaraz in the Wimbledon 2024 final when the 24-time Grand Slam champion lost in straight sets. And the boxing ring at the Paris Olympics has been hit by a gender controversy surrounding athletes Imani Khalif and Lin Yu-ting. DD India's Narayan explains the controversy, details behind their disqualification and subsequent reinstatement by the IOC.
The participation of Algeria's Imani Khalif and Taiwan's Lin Yu-ting in the Paris Olympics has sparked controversy due to their previous disqualification from the 2023 World Boxing Championship. Both athletes were initially barred after failing gender eligibility tests conducted by the International Boxing Association, that is IBA, have now been cleared to compete by the International Olympic Committee, IOC. Here, first let's take a look at the journey of Khalif and Lin. Imani Khalif, right now 25 years old, secured a spot in the semi-finals of the Paris Olympics after defeating Hungarian boxer Luka, ensuring at least a bronze medal in the competition. Khalif's path to this point, however, has been fraught with controversies. Her first bout in the games was against Italian boxer Carini, who abandoned the fight after 46 seconds, citing concerns for her safety. Carini later apologized to Khalif, acknowledging ICC's decision to allow her to compete. Talk about Lin Yu-ting, competing in the featherweight category, also faced scrutiny. Her initial bout saw mixed reaction from the audiences, yet she triumphed over the Uzbek boxer, advancing to the quarter-final stage of the Olympics. Now, what's the controversy? The crux of the controversy lies in differing positions of the IOC and the IBA regarding the gender eligibility. At the 2023 World Championship, both Khalif and Lin were disqualified by the IBA, failing the gender eligibility test, which reportedly found XY chromosomes in both the athletes. The IBA adheres to a strict definition of gender based on chromosomal patterns, defining women as individuals with XX chromosomes and men as with XY chromosomes. Khalif initially appealed to this decision but later withdrew at the Court of Arbitration. The IOC, however, has cast doubt on the accuracy and validity of the IBA's testing method. An IOC spokesperson said that Khalif was born female and has always identified and competed as a female and holds a female passport. This stance was echoed in Khalif's personal accounts of growing up as a girl in Algeria and facing gender-based prejudice. The case of Iman Khalif and Lin Yuting illustrates, we can say, the complexities and evolving nature of the gender eligibility in the competitive sports, while IBA holds firm on its chromosomal-based definition. The IOC's decision to allow athletes to compete suggests move towards more individualized assessment of gender. This controversy, we can say, that highlights the need for continued dialogue, and also we can say the research to balance fairness, inclusivity, and the integrity of the competitive sports. So hope soon there will be more better tests, more better research to so that such sort of controversy should not spark in the mega events like Olympics.
An Indian archer, Ankita Bhagat, who missed out on a medal after losing the mixed team bronze medal match at Paris Olympics, said that the defeat teaches us more than the victory. Listen in.
सबसे ज़्यादा दुख होता है जो फोर्थ पे रह जाते हैं, मतलब जो ब्रॉन्ज मेडल हार जाता है, मतलब थोड़ा सा के लिए एक मेडल चूक जाता है, लेकिन वही सबसे ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट भी है कि फोर्थ में रहने के बाद इतना दुख होता है और हम लोग फिर आगे क्या करना है वो और ज़्यादा सोचते हैं कि और किस तरह से और ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग बने. अगर आज मैं ब्रॉन्ज जीत भी जाती तो शायद मैं इतना नहीं सोचती कि मेरे को कैसे प्लान करना है, क्या प्लान करना है.
And India's ambassador to France, Javed Ashraf, in an exclusive chat to DD India, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked us to ensure the convenience of Indian athletes and coaches at Paris Olympics. Take a listen.
The block has a full-scale medical recovery unit, which is at par with the medical recovery units which you will see in the camps or the blocks of United States or of Australia and others. So we have, the ice baths, we have the sleep pods, all kinds of medical recovery requirements. And the government has sent a sleep specialist. They have sent the best physiotherapists, the best trainers, etc., because recovery is as important as training. There is a very clear instruction from the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, that we have to do everything possible to ensure the convenience and comfort of all the athletes and their support team so that they can train well and they can deliver peak performance in their respective events. And I'd like to say that right from the beginning, there has been excellent coordination between the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, the Sports Authority of India, the Indian Olympic Association.
As the Paris Olympics reaches its peak, several records are tumbling. Top seed Novak Djokovic has completed his career Golden Slam. Algeria's Nimor makes history for Africa on asymmetric bars, and many more has a comprehensive look at what's happening. Top seed Novak Djokovic completed his career Golden Slam as the 37-year-old Serb fought off Spain's Carlos Alcaraz in a magnificent Olympic men's singles final battle. The Serbian tennis player said this was the biggest sporting success of his career. After heartbreak in Beijing, London, Rio and Tokyo, Djokovic simply would not be denied one title that had eluded him for so long, winning 7-6, 7-6. Algeria's Kalia Nimor became the first African gymnast to win an Olympic medal when she secured the gold with a breathtaking routine on the asymmetric bars at the Paris Games. The 17-year-old's fast-paced routine featuring a number of complex release and catch maneuvers delighted the crowd who came to support a gymnast who had previously represented France. Laura Lindemann won a thrilling sprint finish to give Germany gold in the Olympic triathlon mixed relay, outquicking the United States and Britain after highly fancied France was scuppered by a bike crash on the first of 4 legs. There was a photo finish for second place, with officials initially announcing Britain as runners-up, but minutes later they announced a switch, with the US getting the silver and Britain the bronze. A water expert questioned the method of assessing the River Seine's water quality, saying he was not confident that the right water quality monitoring is occurring just hours before the Olympic mixed relay competition was set to begin. The head of the School of Civil Engineering at the University of Sydney, Professor Stuart Khan, said a more robust water quality monitoring program was needed to test a wider range of indicators beyond E. coli levels to determine whether the Seine was safe to swim in. American Kristen Faulkner caused a major upset and won the women's road gold medal at the Paris Olympics, making the most of the Top Gun's mind games to snatch the victory of her career. The US champion, along with Belgian Lot Kopke, fought the leading duo of Dutch great Marion Vos and Hungarian Blanka Vos with 3.4 km remaining and immediately produced a brutal acceleration. The International Olympic Committee said the gender test conducted by the International Boxing Association on 2 female fighters at last year's World Championships that led to their disqualification were illegitimate and lacked credibility. Algerian boxer Imane Khalif and Taiwan's double world champion Lin Yu Ting were cleared to compete at the Paris Olympics despite having been disqualified during 2023 World Championships. The IOC said the testing process at that event was completely arbitrary.
The tests themselves, the process of the tests, the ad hoc nature of the tests are not legitimate, and you'll also expect me to tell you that I'm not going to discuss the individual intimate details of athletes in public, which I think is pretty disgraceful for those who've leaked that material. Frankly, to be put in that position must be awful. On top of all of the social media harassment that these athletes have had.
Olympic 400-meter hurdles champion Karsten Warholm will wear a shoe money can't buy and designed just for him when he defends his title at the Paris Olympics next week. The Norwegian spent time at a factory in Vietnam to create the Berserker, with only a handful of the shoes created and between 10 and 12 prototypes produced, each one honed down to make it better. Sports Desk, DD India. All right, so bronze medal match in badminton is going on between India's Lakshya Sen and his Malaysian opponent Lee Zhe. And Lakshya Sen has won the first game, but he lost the second game. He won the first game 21-13, lost the second game 16-21, and is behind in the third game. But yes, he's giving a good competition to the world number 7 Malaysian opponent Lee Zhe. So this is the journey of Lakshya Sen so far in Paris Olympics 2024. He thrashed world number 4 Jonathan Christie in straight games 21-18, 21-12. And he also defeated compatriot H.S. Pranoy 21-12, 21-6 right in the next game. But yes, bronze medal match is going on between Lee Zhe and Lakshya Sen. He also defeated Chao Tien Chen 19-21, 21-15 and 21-12. And he lost to Victor Axelsen, Denmark player. He lost him in the last game, but yes, he's playing the bronze medal match. Narayan continues to stay with us. Narayan, tell us how are the scenes there. I know you're outside, but yes, it's jam-packed, and most of the people, the crowd must be cheering for the Indian Lakshya Sen.
Definitely, we saw earlier. I'm just outside the badminton arena here, and before we watched, many fans were flocking to the stadium badminton arena to watch the match of the Lakshya Sen against the Malaysian Lee. But right now, we can say that the fans were very positive about the way he has played throughout the tournament and the kind of badminton he displayed. But right now, as you said, that he is just lagging behind in the third game, but we are hoping that he will make a comeback. But it's a very important match for Lakshya Sen, because yesterday against the world number 2 Victor Axelsen, he lost a golden opportunity to be there in the finals of this Olympic tournament. And yes, today he was just fantastic in the first game, but in the second game, the way Lee bounced back, he played a fantastic badminton here, and we know that he is a very aggressive and attacking player, and we can say that the only way to tackle him for the Lakshya is to be defensive skills to show against him, and we know that Lakshya can do it, because throughout the tournament a fantastic badminton he has played. If you take a look head to head between these two players is 4-1 in the favor of Lakshya, and Lakshya has always won against him all the major tournaments except the Thomas Cup in the 2022, where Lakshya lost to him in the quarterfinals, and eventually India won that Thomas Cup. And also in the All England Badminton, where Lakshya was the finalist, there also Lakshya defeated the Lee, and the first, we can say that their rivalry dates back to 2016, when Lakshya in their first encounter defeated him in the India International Series. And after that, Laksh continuously dominated this player, but we know that Olympics is the biggest and grandest stage where you should know how to be there. You should need to show the big match temperament here, and Laksh exactly need to show that thing here, big match temperament. You should hold your nerve, should not be carried away by the 2 or 3 points margin, and he should play to his potential. If he plays like this, definitely he can make a bounce back in the third game too.
Absolutely, but to give our viewers the latest score, Lakshya Sen is behind 9-2, so it's getting difficult for him. He won the first game, lost the second game, and is behind by 9-2. All right, Narayan, we'll leave it at that for the time being, but yes, we'll come back to you after the result. Well, that's all for this edition of Champions Day Paris, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching Champions Day Paris.